What do we got? We got ourselves team 1 together with Chill Pills on that team. We got ourselves 5 comp. We got ourselves Tuna. We got ourselves Setback. Gonna be first up versus you, Monchi. And the man leaping in immediately. Blade Storm off the bat. He was able to avoid. Was it a Blade Storm? Hold on, no, you're a Fury Warrior. I don't think you can Blade Storm. But he's able to avoid a breath immediately. Spear and Setback just had to find a way to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset. Versus Yumanji is going to be able to throw in a big old fireball in there with a ring of fire. Yumanji trying to see if he can back up out of there. He's going to go for a little bit of a, I don't even know, heal? Let me take the message down. Oh my god. He just tried to see, he was trying to figure out what he wants to do. Close the gap or back away, and at the end he decided I'm just gonna back away, press the defensive. But at that point I feel like maybe charging out of the Mage might have been a better idea, or he's taking a lot of hits back to back. What is going on? What is happening? Wait, is Ori just trying to see if he can go for a bow? Is that what's happening? Looks like Setback is trying to see if he can back up out of there, trying to give Ori as much of an auto duel. What is happening? Ori, don't die now. I think he might decede. Doing anything. I know Ori does not do this. Ori is a giga boomkin, man. There's no way he just let himself just get melted like that. So that's very honorable, dude. Even if Setback loses this one, he's a winner in my book. That's how I view it. Silence onto Setback as he's trying to see if he can get himself some damage around the corner. Ori using this to let the dots just roll into Setback, getting a couple star surges here and there, trying to go for a bit of damage. Stun into Setback, has a blink for it. Mad damage to Setback. Oh my god, the Connor rises, trying to see if he can just deal with it with an ice block. That was a lot of damage taken. Ori just put out all his guns, man. Just big blaster damage, massive star surges. Setback trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of movement while going for a little bit of cooldown reduction. Definitely is going to be behind on defenses for a good bit here. But now maybe he can make a play. He definitely needs to blink in, maybe get a freeze into Ori, go for the big G-Pie, crack through his defenses, and then just pressure him with a full combustion. I think he could honestly do it. Trying to see if he can close that gap. But Ori is trying to make sure there's some distance between the two. G-Pie, unless you could literally walk up to him, there's not much you could really do. Ring of Frost, able to avoid it. Greater Pyro, does he get to a line of sight? Maybe. Oh, the bowling ball does go flying in. Ori is going to have to go for a bit of frenzy region while in barefoot, but it's still going to do damage to you. No matter how much health you have, he does percentage health and damage. Ori trying to see if he can avoid Setback. Big combustion at the ready. Pyro Blast hitting him back to back. Maybe have himself another frenzy region. Taking quite a bit of damage right now. Bash into Setback with a silent cyclone. Is going to be tricking out of the Mage. Does go for an instant breath. Oh, he does take him out. Well done by Setback. That was actually so close. My goodness, Ori was able to crack through his defenses and Setback was able to burn down the Druid after a little bit of time. Haster is going to be up next. As a Shadow Priest, you do have a little bit of an advantage, I'd say, over a Mage. Just because you can dispel a lot of the buffs, silence stun, everything, man. Setback is a beast. This guy is really doing it work, man. I don't think we've had a really solid Fire Mage on NA in a good bit. PI by Haster, maybe Setback can take it away from him. Trying to see if he can get the big bowling ball around the corner, unable to really get a full cast off. It is going to be a Shadow Crash, and Setback definitely needs to find himself a defensive. Poly onto Haste, could be a trinket. Setback taking quite a bit of damage, trying to go for a big G-Pie. Does he get to go for a big go here? Is he going to go for a Fire Blast? Big G-Pie, Fire Blast to follow, silence. Haste taking a bit of damage, trying to see if he can maybe avoid it. Cheat death? No, available for the Mage, just go down. Well done, well done. Imo, who's the best Mage on down? For the region of NA, I would agree, he's definitely really good. I don't see a lot of mages to join us for 5v5 Duels on NA. On EU, there was a Bliv. There's always a Bliv. You should see a clip that I got going on, cooking up right now. With a Bliv. Big damage to the Haster, trying to see if he can survive Tuna, but instead he's going to have to go for, instead of just trying to see if he can just live through it, just going for the Disperse. Big defensive used up really early on though, but the dots are up on Tuna. Is at least able to keep pressure on him. Does Tuna have a Dispel? Looks like he does have the Dispel where he can just remove the dots with Judgment, which is going to be very unfortunate for Haster. Does not have an answer here. Tuna does end up removing the dots. It is going to put him in a horror effect, but looks like it just didn't last long enough. Is able to just to dispel himself and walk away scot-free. Gonna be ourselves Chicago joining in versus Tuna. Kind of give this man as much of an honor duel opportunity. The guy is at least able to get himself a little bit of healing. Chicago wants to get in there, but I think it's trying to give him as much of a chance to just go for a full re-heal. I don't really know what he can do. There we go, Mage Food. That actually will work out. Figured that he does have himself some mana buns. So now Chicago can just go in. Want to make sure it's as much of an honorable duel as it can be. Tuna walking into this one with every single immunity. I do wonder if he's still rocking the Blessing of Protection or if he swapped Spell Warden. Mad damage on the Chicago. The Shaman has to use his Direct Racial and every defensive wall of the bat. Still holding on to Guardian Kings in case he ever needs to. Or Guardian of Ancient Spirits rather. Or Guardian Spirits? I keep calling it Guardian of Ancient Spirits. Every single time. Every single night we do this duels. I don't do it on purpose. It's just what my mind defaults to immediately. Knock back on Tuna. Got him some plenty of range damage though. Trying to see if he can stay on top of Chicago. There goes the Dark Iron Racial. Removing I think a Flame Chuck, but it's actually just susceptible to Con Control for a good 20 seconds. Big Ascendance up for Chicago. Trying to see if he can blast him Tuna. If he can get an interrupt on the Tuna, if he can let's say go for a cast. Maybe he can make something happen. There goes the bubble really early on. Chicago trying to see if he can back up away. Tuna looking for recovery, but Chicago definitely doesn't want him to get a full reset. Tuna is kind of limited on how much healing he can do for himself because he got that flash of heal on a 6-second cooldown. Not only so much he can really do. Ghost's charging, and then Chicago does that, slamming him down with a Storm Strike at the very, very end. Well done, well done. Chicago's a true gentleman. I agree. Chicago giving all these boys an auto duel, except for I guess for Chill Pills. You don't really gotta give him an auto duel. The man is ready. So, what did I tell him go? Oh, he thought he was maybe. Oh, I think Chill Pills maybe was able to use the maybe use Death's Advance in order to avoid the static totem from moving him and stun on Chicago. Mad damage by the Pest just absolutely clobbered him down. My goodness. I did not expect for the Unholy Death to unleash that much carnage within a few seconds. Dome down for Chill Pills, trying to reduce the much damage from Elite Shaman. Light and Lasso could remove it, not really going to. Instead, Elite Shaman is the one that did end up removing that one. Emotes for Chill Pills, could potentially just go for big defenses. Looks like he's going to back up away from Elite Shaman entirely. Just going to take that Earth Elemental and walk away with it. At least try to see if he can walk away from the set of totems over there with that Sky Fury, that Counter-Strike totem. As well as I think a Wind Fury totem over there. And Chills just trying to, I think, wait out until he spets it back up and available. Static Field doesn't drag people at a certain range. Okay, that's what it was. Attract Static Field too far. Oh, okay. So did they ever fix Static Field so it's like more consistent, Chicago? Or are you just still kind of like just throwing it out in hopes that it works, but it doesn't always work? Because there definitely, I guess, a range argument makes sense. Elite Shaman up next with Chill Pills as he walks in with an AMS. Army of the Dead joins in. This is where Elite may have to pop cooldowns. Is going to go for the full wall. Ascendance is already. Mad damage on Chill Pills. Does the DK survive? Big stun direct now. Elite Shaman could maybe take him down. Is it going to be enough? The Army of the Dead surrounds the man, but he just needs to crack through. The Death is defensive. Just a couple more wind strikes. He may just have him. Big Elemental Blast. Chill Pills cannot heal. Stun onto Elite Shaman. Oh! And it just claws him down. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was so close. Oh my god, setback popping up, and Chill Pills also making a play. Oh my goodness, boys, that was amazing. Let's get ourselves another one going.